the weight went down pretty effortlessly. I want to say, to the point that this is an insight just for the people in in this channel watching. But as we were cutting weight, we made championship weight actually, and it was not expected because it was just his body was just super responsive, was keep sweating. And by the time he was on the scale, he already drank almost
those weight class sports. Do you feel that there's a point at which the cut eats into performance the next day, or is that mostly a reflection of the window that athletes have to cut? So you can feel as shit as you want with a 24+ hour cut, but then if you're doing a 2 or 3 hour weigh-in like Olympic wrestling, or you're getting weighed as you step onto the mat like jiu-jitsu, is that the driving factor as to how sensible a cut becomes?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's fundamental knowing how much time you have. Indeed, for the IBJJF athletes that I work with, I tell them, unless they weigh in like Mikey, they weigh in the day before and then they compete the day after. I'm like, you shouldn't dehydrate at all, because then you will not perform. And then what's the point of making the weight if you're going to lose your first fight because you're dehydrated? Now, that doesn't mean that in professional MMA, where you have 36 hours, you can basically push your body to its limits. We don't push our body to the limits. I mean, you saw it last weekend. It was not the performance that we wanted in the end, but it's not weight cut related. Like Cody Garbrandt, when he made 125.
How difficult a cut was that?
It was fantastic. One of the best cuts I had in my life. It was yeah, for sure. That's why I'm still like very sad about the fight, because if the fight went another way, now we'll be talking about, I don't know, I'll be a superstar now. But no, it was great. And Cody, if you ask me, when an athlete steps on the scales in the UFC, are they 100%? No, they're not 100%. No one, not even Israel Adesanya, doesn't cut much. They are a little depleted. Now, from being a little depleted to be like the old school weight cut.
See people behind them ready to catch them.
Yeah, exactly. There's a huge gap. So you should put things into a context. I love that. I mean, I don't know if it can be considered a marker, but when Cody weighed Friday, exactly 1 week ago, he kind of lost his mask because he was holding the mask. And he got it. And like, I mean, you can talk to any neurologist, any doctor. It's like, you don't do that if you're really depleted.
Death door,
yeah, of course. So and he did it. It was, I mean, I can tell you, I'm intellectually honest, I guess. So it was really a good cut, and he showed. Unfortunately, then the fight is another story, and it didn't go our way. And I have no problems admitting it.
That cut where you have a fighter who's established in a weight class. So he was a 135er, and then he dropped down to 135. What kind of time frame did you guys work together to achieve that kind of cut, and what kind of starting weight to 125 did you work from?
We worked together for consistently for 6 months.
Yeah.
So it means that you follow a plan for 6 months for real. And that's probably the longest one of my athletes have ever followed. So we tried really not to leave any stone unturned, as say in American. But yeah, when we first met, it was not in training camp. So it was just, chilling, was enjoy some, tacos, and, it was not fat. It was not overweight, but it was around 150.
Oh, wow.
Considering they was making 135, it's not a lot if you think about it. You're just 15 pounds or over 15 over the weight class limit. So it's not bad. I heard about middleweight, they go up to 40 to 45. So
Yeah.
from 186.
Well, you hear about Khabib back in the day, used to be like 210. He would walk around at 210 in between. And same with Dos Anjos, right?
I mean, I don't know specifically about those, but I know about other. I'm telling you, middleweights that are 186 on the scales, and then they go up to 240. That's dumb. You shouldn't do that. That's bad for your health in the long term. But like if you always fought at 135 and off camp you are 150, I believe it's totally understandable. I don't think there's anything bad. Then we started the process, and with just nutrition, I'm talking about a balanced plan that includes carbs. Actually, I'm about to publish a video about it. On the performance day, we had 6.5 grams per kilo of carbs, which is pretty good for an athlete that needs to make weight. We got down to around 36 with just a balanced diet. So yeah, for sure. But that's because if you're 150 and you're eating pretty freely, you enjoy a burrito, this and that, then once you start following a plan and you start training, the weight goes down. Absolutely. Yeah. And he went down to
fight week Monday, he's 11 pounds over.
Yeah. 10.
Oh yeah, because at 126.
Yeah. And then from there, then we decrease energy intake. Also, is training volume drops, as we were saying. You don't have to push all the way, and then we started the cut that we were way below that number. So the weight went down pretty effortlessly, I want to say, to the point that this is an insight just for the people in this channel watching, but as we were cutting weight, we made championship weight actually, and it was not expected because his body was just super responsive, keep sweating. And by the time he was on the scale, he already drank almost a pound of water. So it was, again, is a cut, and the last pounds, to lose the last pounds, you need to deplete your body a little bit. But between doing that and being able to have your eyes, your attention up to the point that you can catch a mask and like getting there with someone, as you said, that needs to hold you in case you fall, there's a huge difference. So
I do remember there was a clip on UFC Embedded where he took the plastics off, and the amount of water that came out of those plastics, you could tell that was not a guy that was dehydrated. Like it looked like an easy cut.
Is just start pouring water, and we were like, okay, that's an example. First cut together. If I believe, we will see. I don't want to say anything on his hand, but he was a high responder to the protocol for sure, way beyond expectations. So yeah.
Congratulations on making it to the end of the video. Why don't you celebrate by watching more videos just like it? You can also help us on our quest to placate the algorithm gods by liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Thank you.